Robin, Christo's army is back on the front lines right now. In the last hour, boatload after boatload of people in pink shirts, those are his volunteers, have been pulling out of here and heading for their assigned islands in Biscayne Bay. But early this morning, it didn't look like they'd be working at all today. Skies were gray and overcast, and brisk winds made Biscayne Bay choppy this morning, the very worst conditions for Christo and his crew. From the Channel 4 helicopter, this is how the surrounded islands looked shortly after 8 a.m. Only one was completed yesterday, number 14 in the northernmost part of Biscayne Bay, one of 11 islands to be surrounded by pink polypropylene fabric. Christo conferred with his assistants at his Pelican Island headquarters, telling them to use their imagination to solve problems. It was a kind of technical pep talk. But as the sun emerged and the winds subsided at mid-morning, his mood brightened. Christo, the weather delayed you this morning a little bit. Do you think that now that it's clearing up, you'll be able to perhaps finish the project today?
No, it will finish tomorrow.
Finish tomorrow?
It's blowing too early in the morning.
Right. But how much do you think you possibly could get done today?
We talk tonight.
But before tonight, he'll have to talk to Dade Environmental Resources officials. They were called to island number 2 in southern Biscayne Bay, where fabric was dipping into the water.
This is not supposed to be this way. This is not. They've had some problems and they're trying to work them out. They've been very cooperative, but I'd just like to look into this to see exactly what's happening, if it's sitting on the bottom or just sloping.
If in fact it is sitting on the bottom, will you order them or ask them to,
Definitely.
in fact...
Definitely. That's my job.
Another problem Christo has to cope with is money. Every delay is expensive, and he is paying for this $3.1 million project out of his own pocket. As his wife Jeanne-Claude told me this morning, a natural childbirth doesn't cost much, but a cesarean section is expensive. Any more delays, and this could turn into a cesarean section. Reporting live from Christo headquarters, Michael Putney, Channel 4 News.
It's going to be a little cool out there today, and we're going to start it, and we're going to finish it today.
That early morning prediction by one of Christo's top lieutenants proved impossibly optimistic. Cool, breezy weather prevented the pink uniformed army from unfurling fabric until nearly midday. While Christo gave his top brass a pep talk behind closed doors, his enlisted men and women snacked, played, paraded, photographed each other, and remained enthusiastic.
I think it's a one-in-a-lifetime chance in being involved in something like this.
It's the fact that it's going to take at least a day or two longer than they originally thought. Is that a problem for you?
Not at all. Not at all. We can wait.
When the winds finally subsided, workers tugged at the waterlogged fabric, from a distance resembling Japanese fishermen pulling in their nets. Up close, they resembled construction workers. This may be art, but it's also hard work. In addition to contending with the weather, Christo and his volunteers have had to contend with a job that is tedious and time-consuming. Progress was made, but Christo conceded another day would be necessary.
No, it will finish tomorrow.
Finish tomorrow?
It's blowing too early in the morning.
Right. But how much do you think you possibly could get done today?
We talk tonight.
By late this afternoon, most of the 11 islands were still surrounded only by pink styrofoam booms, waiting like so many party favors to be pulled open. Tomorrow, Christo hopes they will be. Michael Putney, Channel 4 News.
There was a harp at the door, and an unusual conversation piece right outside the window. Christo's unfinished work had the Nathansons pulling out their binoculars to ogle for a second night in a row.
Last night we went to a cocktail party to view it from 79th Street. There was a better view there.
The island project itself, I would say, is a great thing for the Miami community.
It's also affected the way people dressed for this party, held to dedicate a new Biscayne Boulevard office building. It even affected what they smoked.
You mean you bought it without knowing what it was?
I bought it because it was pink.
A spokesman for a Bayfront hotel says a lot of guests want rooms with a very specific view.
But most of them have been checking in, wanting the bay view.
How many of them are actually mentioning the preference?
I would say 60 or 70% of them.
Are asking for the bay specifically because of the island?
Because of the event.
But guests in the hotel bar were not unanimous. Wayne Wright said the islands were cute, but...
I think it's a waste of money, actually.
And you didn't really care enough about it to ask for a room to look at it then?
No, I did not, no.
Csaba Darvis got interested in the project reading about it in a German newspaper on the plane to Miami.
I think it's something very unusual, and it's once in a lifetime it happening that they coloring the bay, so must be very interesting.
Interesting, maybe, but only about half finished. Christo's people say they've surrounded 2 islands fully, 2 more are close, and the other 7 will need more work tomorrow. Wind again hampered work today, so what was envisioned as a one-day project will stretch to 3. And it could take even longer if sea breezes continue to interfere with the unfurling process. But even half-finished, these islands are already giving pleasure to some and a topic of discussion to just about everyone. Nick Bogert for The World Tonight.